guys, and welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm Taylor and this is Buddha, and he's just gonna probably be chilling in my chair, but like you guys can tell from the title, we're just gonna be doing a get ready with me Q&A, answering some of your guys' most asked questions, and I'm just gonna do my makeup, get ready with you guys. I'm not a professional makeup guru. Don't trash me in the comments, please. Also, if we get 100 thumbs up on this video, we're going to be doing a massive giveaway. We have everything for the giveaway, but gotta get this video to 100 thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe, and then in the next video we will be announcing our giveaway to you guys. So make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you are notified next time we post. Also, follow us on our other social medias, at Taylor and Buddha on TikTok and Instagram. He also has his own Instagram that is at French Buddha, so all of that will be in the description box below. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay guys, so I just have my list of your guys' most asked questions in front of me, and I'm gonna go through the line, and as I do each step, I will answer a question. So for primer today, we're going to be using this Soft Focus Glow Drops Illuminating Glow Primer and the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So I'm going to put those on. And the question that I have is, why are Frenchies so expensive? I never understood this myself until I really started researching Frenchies and seriously thought about getting one. And then I realized pretty fast why they are the way they are. And I assumed, honestly, that it was just because they were so popular. Excuse me, Buddha. Ooh. I assumed it was just because they were so popular, everybody wanted one. And it was just like the eliteness of them made them expensive, but it's honestly the healthcare that goes into them. Hi, bud. His button broke in the middle, so that's why it's like open there. But Frenchies, in order to ensure the survival of all of their puppies, they pretty much always have to have a C-section. I have heard of dogs having a natural labor, Frenchies having a natural labor, but it's very rare, and there's a high chance of losing one, if not multiple, if not multiple puppies because of just their body shape. So not only are you paying for a C-section, you're paying for the artificial insemination. They have to be artificially inseminated. You're paying for the stud fee, all the vet visits during the pregnancy, feeding those puppies for 2 months approximately, you know. And yeah, that really adds up. Any good breeder will tell you that they do not like make crazy money off of their Frenchies. That is not the point if you're going through a reputable breeder. I mean, they definitely can make money and you can like make a living off breeding, but that's not the main reason that most good breeders are in it, because they put so much money back into their dogs. So yeah, Frenchies have to go to the vet a lot. They have a lot of health issues. They're just a really expensive breed, not only buying them, but for the rest of their lives. Expect lots of vet bills. They have a lot of potential health issues. Yeah, that is pretty much why Frenchies are so expensive. So I'm gonna move on to foundation, and we are using the Rare Beauty in the shade 140C. This is Selena Gomez's new makeup line, and I've heard great things about it. I've only tried the foundation, but I like the foundation. And our question is, what are our ages? So I am 22. My birthday is in September. Shout out to my Virgos out there. Are you like your astrological sign? I wonder this all the time because I am 100% a Virgo. But yeah, I'll be 23 in September, and Buddha is almost 9 months old. He will be 9 months old in just a couple of days. And his birthday is April 16th. And then my boyfriend, Peyton, that you guys see on TikTok, is 21. He just turned 21 a couple days before Christmas. So actually, my birthday is September 14th. Peyton's is December 15th, and Buddha's is April 16th. So we have 14, 15, 16. And also, all three of our names have 6 letters in them. And, I wanted to tell you what our potential next dog name will be, but I'm gonna keep that one a secret. But yeah, we might stick with the 6-letter name trend. And if you have any name suggestions with 6 letters, please let me know, because it's not that easy to find, actually. I really like this foundation. But okay, I'm gonna, there's so many questions on here, but I don't want to like get ahead of myself. Okay, while I'm doing concealer, I'll spontaneously think of a new question because I didn't write concealer down with a question. My bad. I'm trying to think of the question that you guys ask a lot. Thought of one. I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Everybody loves this. And a question that I get all of the time is, how much does Buddha weigh? How much should your Frenchie weigh? And honestly, I'm a firm believer in the fact that French Bulldogs come in all shapes and sizes, and like you cannot put a number on them because like every dog in a Frenchie litter is going to be drastically different. And he is, I would say his adult weight is 27 pounds. That's what he mostly sticks around. Right after Christmas, between like Christmas and New Year's, he was looking real chunky. And he's like a pretty skinny, tall Frenchie, but he was looking real thick. And we weighed him and he was over 30 pounds. And it was just like, some holiday weight. We were giving him lots of treats. It was his first Christmas. We were really excited. And he got like a lot of treats and stuff for the holidays. So yeah, he got up there and we just kind of cut back on the snacks. He goes with my boyfriend to his wrestling room and practice occasionally. He goes with them to practice occasionally. But mostly at night we take him in there for Peyton to cut weight. He's a wrestler. And for Buddha to run around at night. So that is helping keep his weight more stable. Alright, so here's what we got so far, guys. Like I said, I'm not a professional, but I do love makeup. And if you like this content of like me sitting down and talking to you guys, let me know, because I would love to do more videos like doing my makeup, that kind of stuff with you guys. I really do love talking to you guys, so I get really excited when you DM me these questions, and yeah, I love talking to you guys, so make sure to reach out to us on social medias. Okay, for powder, I'm using the Laura Mercier setting powder, and my question is the best and worst of Frenchies. What are the best and worst things about getting a Frenchie? Okay, so the best thing about getting a Frenchie is their personalities. They are, I swear, they're closer to being human than other dog breeds. They are just so funny he always seems to know what I'm saying, and he really has an opinion about things. He's honestly just hilarious, guys. If you follow us on TikTok, you know this already, but he loves to yell at us when he's not getting what he wants, and he cries when he's upset, and he really just fully has a personality. Whenever somebody meets him in person, they always say that it's so crazy to just, like, see his mind working. Like, you can tell he's really thinking, and he's, like, really got an opinion about what's going on. So that's definitely the best part. He's just hilarious. But the worst part is, I would say, like, a mixture of their health problems and the cost, which, like, kind of go hand in hand, because Frenchies can have tons of health problems, which really increases the cost of them. And I personally believe in feeding Frenchies, like, the best of the best food in order to kind of combat some of those health issues. There are a lot of, like, you know, those small little dogs that you're, like, are gonna live forever, and they eat whatever they want. They're constantly stealing off your plate. Like, there are no rules around them. You know what I mean? And those dogs just, like, live forever. But Frenchies just, like, aren't like that. You have to put a lot into them in order to increase their lifespan and make sure that they live the best life as possible. So yeah, we put a lot of money into his food and his care, and yeah, in order to prevent paying a bunch at, like, the end of his life, or even, like, soon, you know, if he were to develop a bunch of health issues. So yeah, the health issues and the price that comes with preventing those health issues, probably the worst thing about Frenchies. But if you buy from a reputable breeder, make sure that you're getting genetic health testing, make sure that you're seeing records of everything. That will also increase your dog's chances of living longer, not having as many issues, being happier, all that. So yeah, that's the best and worst about having a Frenchie. So we're gonna move on to contour, and I love Physicians Formula. When it comes to, like, contour and bronzer, I always use Physicians Formula. So I just have, like, this little try thing, and I use the middle shade. As you can tell, I hit pan on it for my contour, and then I used to use this lighter shade under my eye before I discovered, like, loose setting powder. This thing is old, you guys. Super old. And then this dark shade obviously is way too dark for me, so don't get any use out of that. But the question we have for bronzer is, contour. I confused myself when I looked at the paper. Is, what color is Buddha? So I get a lot of questions about this because Frenchies come in so many different colors, and in order to be AKC certified, you have to adhere to, like, certain colors, unless you send in, like, a separate picture and get, like, a special code for their color. So he is blue, and he is AKC registered. He actually is blue brindle, which we didn't really realize until recently. He does have, like, very noticeable tiger stripes just in one little area on one side of his body. They're not even that noticeable, honestly. There's, like, one or two little stripes, and if you look at the earliest picture I have of him when he's, like, 2 days old, I think, you can tell that he has that stripe, but I always looked at it and assumed, like, it was just the lighting, or I don't know. Not that we care that he has a brindle spot, but we just didn't realize it at first. Oh, hello. Would you like me to sit back so you can sit on my lap? Okay. So recently we discovered that he actually has a double recessive gene, making him a blue brindle, which is pretty rare actually. And I wonder if this is another question that I have. Yeah, this is the next question I have, so I'm gonna move on to it. Again, Physicians Formula, butter bronzer, the best ever. What was his litter like? Like, how many siblings did he have? He actually was in a pretty unique situation. Actually, I feel like a lot of people do this, but I was shocked by the fact that they did this because it seems overwhelming. They had 2 girl Frenchies that they got pregnant on the same day by the same dad, and they actually gave birth within 24 hours of each other, so pretty much back-to-back C-sections, and overall there were 13 puppies, 7 in one litter and 6 in the other, I believe. And the moms were, one was Blue Pied, which was his mom, and one was Fawn. And then the dad was Blue, which him and his dad look identical. I will do a whole story time on getting him and like the process of getting him if you guys want, and like questions to ask breeders, because I had no idea what to ask. I was just so excited to get him, and there are a lot of questions that I wish that I would have asked beforehand, and like got some more clarification on. I just have learned a lot through this process. So yeah, his litter was 13. They were pretty much kept together most of the time, and like grew up together for those first 7 to 8 weeks. And I never really saw the girls because I knew I wanted a boy. I found the litter when they were 2 days old, maybe a day old, and I knew I wanted a boy, so I just got pictures of the boys. And there were 2 blue guys, 2 or 3 Blue Pied, and then like 3 Fawn for the boys. And I really thought at first that I wanted the Blue Pied until my boyfriend was like, no, trust me, like, this one is the one. Like, you're gonna love him. I can just tell this guy is our dog, and yeah, that's how we got Buddha. His dad just knew that he was the one. So, yeah, those are the colors. So, he also carries Fawn, Blue Brindle, and Blue Pied. Yeah, those are the ones that he genetically carries. So if he were to have babies, which he can't because he was born with a medical issue, which I can do a whole story time about. Also, he doesn't have any 2 things that are supposed to be between his legs. He doesn't have those, which is because the breeder wasn't totally honest with us. But yeah, if you guys want to hear about that, let me know. Actually, I should really do a video about that and like let you guys know what health problems he has, that we could have known about if the breeder was a little bit more honest and I had known to ask specific questions. So let me know if you guys want to see a whole video on like questions to ask, how to find a good breeder, all those things. So for blush, I'm going to be using Wet n Wild. This is in the shade 325B Pearlescent Pink. I'm using quite a bit of drugstore products today. I think the drugstore really kind of steps up their game sometimes. Like, they come out with some great makeup products, and then you see these designers come out with something that's half the quality, half the size, and like 10 times the price. So I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna stick to some of my drugstore products. So for blush, we have, will we be getting another dog? And I kind of spilled the beans on that a couple questions ago. I was trying to keep my mouth shut, but it's really hard. We actually have a friend that recently got 2 blue, actually they're Isabella blue Frenchies. Got 2 of them. They have the same dad, different moms, kind of similar situation to what Buddha was in. And Dolce is just a tiny little thing. She's so small. And then Gabbana is quite a bit bigger. But she looks just like Buddha. They have like really similar face. So we're really excited for their first litter. We have probably like second pick of that litter. But it's gonna be a little bit, probably like a year, because they're still puppies. They're still babies. So yes, we will be getting another dog. No, not right now. It's gonna be probably around this time next year, I would say. And speaking of Dolce and Gabbana being 2 different sizes, like I was saying earlier, it doesn't matter the number of what they weigh, it matters what they look like. And if you know your dog really well, if they look overweight, like cut back on their food, you know, if they seem like they don't have enough energy and seem really like lethargic and like small, feed them a little bit more, you know, play around with it. The guidelines on giving them food really vary because it depends on your dog's energy levels, their activity levels, you know, all of that. So I actually saw a Frenchie on Instagram this morning that was 18 pounds fully grown, and I thought looked identical to Buddha actually, but he's more like 27, so 10-pound difference, but they both look good in their frames. So don't worry about the number too much, worry about what they look like, you know. So for highlighter, I'm going to be using ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Flexitarian. This shade is literally so reflective. Do you like it, Buddha? And the question for this one is, what are my favorite dog breeds? Ooh, you guys, if it were up to me, I would have a dog of every breed, literally. I get so excited about a breed and I'm like, should I get one of these? Like, these are really cute. Maybe these are my next dogs, but Frenchies will always like be my number one. I just am so addicted to him in general, but also their hilarious personalities are unbeatable. And yeah, so I will probably always have a couple Frenchies, but eventually I would like to get a bigger dog when we're, 1, not in a rental anymore, and 2, in the state that we're going to permanently live in. Right now we're in college in a state that we don't particularly want to live in long term, so yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit, but we'll probably get, I love Doberman. I think they're adorable. I love like the tough look of them, but my boyfriend's not a big fan of them. So yeah, Doberman are my favorite. I would really like to get a, what are they called? Oh, a Rottweiler. I love them. We'll probably have a Rottweiler at some point in our lives. I like the fact that they're just like teddy bears on the inside and they look so tough on the outside. And my boyfriend had a Bordeaux A, which is a Mastiff growing up, and he loves them so much. So there's probably a chance that we'll get one of those eventually. But I'd say for the most part, we will probably have Frenchies. My goal is to have 3. I would like to get 1 more boy and then a girl. So that would be my ideal situation. Okay, we're gonna do eyebrows now. So I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pencil, Brow Wiz, and then the NYX Control Freak brow gel, and it has been chewed up by a few dogs. But like they never got into it, so it still works fine. And the question I have during eyebrows, oh wait, did I ask that question twice? I wrote the same question down twice, you guys. Okay, so we'll go on to the next one then. Where do I go to school? Okay, cool. We were just talking about this, so good transition. I go to school at Michigan State University, and I actually just graduated in December 2020, so just a couple weeks ago, and I got my bachelor's in creative advertising, but I plan on going back to school in May of this year. And hi, he wants to get on the table. No. So yeah, I would be going back to school starting in May, and it would be 3 semesters to get my master's program in public health, which I'm really excited about. Advertising, I really like working in social media. I have a lot of fun doing stuff like this, but I am really excited about my public health degree and like just the amount that you can help people when you have that degree. So yeah, I think long term I'm very excited to be getting the second degree. It makes me going to college feel much more worth it. My creative advertising degree, I honestly felt like I didn't learn that much, and like I wasn't ready to get a job in that industry. I just didn't really feel prepared, and I think this public health program will be a lot more preparation for like a real world job. So yeah, I can't do my eyebrows when you're on top of me. But Peyton is probably getting his degree in communications. Like I said, he wrestles for Michigan State as well as the USA. So he took his freshman red shirt 2 years ago, his Olympic red shirt last year, because he was supposed to wrestle in the Olympic qualifiers in April of last year, right after COVID hit. So we were like a week or two away from leaving for that tournament when COVID really hit, and we ended up hopping on a plane as soon as they canceled his tournament and going to California for a few months. And that's kind of where we spent the beginning of our pandemic, so that he could still like work out there and wrestle there. But yeah, so he has used 2 red shirts. This year is a COVID red shirt for all athletes, so he still has 4 years of eligibility left. So who knows where we will be in those 4 years. We might be here the whole time. We might be at another school. Who knows? Okay, and here we go for the eyebrows. I really need to pluck them. As I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, oh wow. Yikes. Glad you guys aren't too zoomed in. Okay, for mascara, how did we potty train Buddha? I'm using Milk Kush mascara. This is the waterproof version. The non-waterproof version is way better, but this one is fine. It was sent to me, so I'm using it up. Ooh, crap. I'm gonna put a little bit of eyeshadow on first, actually. But how did I potty train Buddha? So he came to us pretty well pee pad trained, and as soon as we put a pee pad down for him, when we brought him home for the first time, he went on it, so we honestly really lucked out with that. He really associates the bathroom with going to the bathroom. He doesn't understand why we're allowed to go in there, but he isn't. So that's the only place that he will have an accident If he really needs to go and like, I don't know, nobody took him out, which doesn't really happen. We're pretty attentive to him. He will run in the bathroom and go in there, which it's hard floor in there, so I guess it's not the worst place that he could go. But I think it's hilarious that he associates the bathroom with going to the bathroom. Also, that's where we kept his pee pads, so I think that's another reason why he associates the bathroom with going to the bathroom. But we moved when he was about 4 months old, and around that time he started shredding his pee pads. So when we moved into the house we live in now, I decided to take it the same as like a toddler taking off their diaper, that they're just like done with that and they're ready to be potty trained. And he had his shots by then, so we didn't take him outside at all until he had all of his shots, all 3 rounds, or 4 rounds, I don't remember now. But yeah, we kept him inside until then. And when we moved, we also are not an apartment building anymore, so it's a lot more convenient to take him outside. We have like a fenced in area that he can go in. He doesn't like to go in it. He prefers to be taken on a walk, but yeah. He has bells that we put on all the doors as soon as we moved in here, and every time we'd go outside, we would ring them, and he caught on so quick. I would say within, my boyfriend left for a week, and by the time he got back, I had him pretty much fully potty trained. So we were really lucky with him, but I highly recommend that you try the bells and listen to what they're telling you. Like if they're shredding their pee pads, time to get rid of the pee pads, like time to go outside kind of thing, you know? And every time they ring the bell, especially at first, they need to go straight out, or else they will think that the bells don't actually work and they will stop using them. So that's something we're really consistent about and really pays off, is the fact that if he rings the bells, he's going straight outside, like no questions. It's just the best way to be consistent about it. And for eyeshadow, I just used this little Natasha Denona little palette, and I didn't really do much. I just did this really light shade and then a little bit of sparkle. Okay, but I'm gonna go back to this mascara now. Hi. And the question we have is, what does Buddha eat? You guys, if you follow me on TikTok, you know that people love to freak out over what you feed your dog. But I have tried it all at this point. I've literally tried it all. We got him on a specific brand of dog food that I will not name, but is horrible for your dog. Please do not give your dog kibble that is known to kill dogs like on a daily basis. Please do your research when you feed your dogs. I was shocked that he came to us on that food, and it's another reason that I'm a little iffy about his breeder, honestly, but he was doing horrible on it. I question whether he was properly weaned onto it, because he wouldn't eat out of a dog bowl. He didn't really know how to eat the kibble. We would literally have to hand feed him. And so very quickly we changed what he was eating into a different kibble that our vet like kind of peer pressured us into giving him, because we had put him on raw meat patties, and his vet was upset that it could ruin his teeth by not having anything to crunch on like throughout his lifetime. However, we feed him raw meat patties now, mixed with the Honest Kitchen dehydrated food, which you add water to, so it's, I would say, like an oatmeal consistency, and he has that 3 times a day. But we also give him raw bones with marrow inside that he spends, hey, don't lick the table, that he spends 50% of his day chewing on, so ow, 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 ow. His nails were digging into me. So yeah, that's why I don't feel bad giving him a soft food, because we also make sure that he gets like the proper dental care, using bones and those kind of things. So I highly recommend that mixture. We do half a patty of raw meat mixed with like a half cup of dehydrated The Honest Kitchen food, and it decreases the price of feeding raw quite a bit, like substantially, and he really loves it. He does well on it. After trying out 10 plus different food combinations, this is for sure my favorite and what we plan on sticking with. Okay guys, I am just about done here. I really enjoyed doing this video. I hope you guys had fun talking or listening to me talk and answering some of your questions. Buddha, can you say thanks for hanging out with us? Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video, but like I said, thank you for hanging out with us. We really enjoy hearing from you guys. Please go follow us on our other social medias, subscribe to our channel here, hit the thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this, and DM us your questions because I really do love answering them, and we would love to do another video like this. So yeah, until next time guys, bye. I forgot to show you guys a final, what do we think? Maybe I should actually do something with my hair. This is just my hair. Alright, bye guys.